Where am I from? I am born and raised in Charlottesville, Virginia, one of the few natives that is still here. How was my childhood? Um, well, you got to remember, back when I was growing up, I was born in '47. I'm almost 70, and back then we made our own entertainment. We didn't have iPads, iPhones, and all this high-tech stuff. So we made our go-karts out of bushel baskets and that kind of stuff. But it was fun. If you ever see the Little Rascals on TV, that was us. So yes, my childhood was great. I have a plan for what I wanted to do while I was in high school. No, my dad was a World War II vet. We did not have a lot of money. We had the things that we needed, but we did not have the things that we wanted. So, like I said, we were more like the Little Rascals. My plan, I was told while I was in high school, they did not have the money to send me to college. So, back then it was called DE. You go to work a half a day in your senior year. So I went to work. But I was not out of school but 6 months before I got drafted. How did I enter the military? Drafted or joined? I was drafted right out of high school, and once I got in, and you're in basic training, they call you off to the side and they say, you're going to Vietnam, you're going to get killed. Do you want to sign up for an extra year and go to school? And I said, where's my pen? I signed up for the extra year, and I had an additional maybe 12 to 14 weeks of school, and then I went to Vietnam. How was the training like? Let's put it this way. When I got to Vietnam, they said, did you have Vietnam training? I said, yes. They said, forget every damn thing they told you. We're going to show you what to do. So evidently it wasn't too good. Do I remember arriving in Vietnam? Yes, I do. It wasn't pleasant. Tet had just started. The pilot comes on. We're in a Flying Tiger 707 Airways. I guess maybe 150 to 200 green GIs on there. And the pilot comes on and he says, we're not going to make the landing at our destination. We're going to move to Benoit because the other destination, the airport's under attack. Tet had been going on for a week or so. We arrived in Benoit, and the pilot comes on and he says, they are under attack. It's a blackout. When we stop the plane, get off as quick as possible. So we had 150 to 200 GIs. They stop the plane, throw open the doors. We don't have any equipment. We don't have any weapons. We're from the United States. We don't know a thing about Vietnam, and we're stumbling around in the dark. The only thing we can see is the red flares, the white flares, and you can see the impact flashes. And I knew I was going to get killed that night. Yes, I do. November the 27th, and that was 1969, and it was a day before Thanksgiving. Did my military experience change the way I thought about the war itself? Yes. When I got back, unlike today where everybody's being thanked, pat on the shoulder, hands being shook, we came home and people called us baby killers. They spit on us. We were told when we were on the aircraft that when we got to the military air base, we were to land, we were to take our uniforms off and get into civilian clothes because it was dangerous. And we did not get any thanks. It made me change my opinion of how the war was run. I did not think that political correctness, and it started in Vietnam. I mean, there were so many things that we were told we could not do, even if our lives were in danger. So I didn't like, after I got home, to be able to view the whole situation. I did not like the way we were told we had to run the war. We got into it with one hand tied behind our backs, and that's just the way it was. I would like to say one thing. Teenagers, and I've got a daughter that graduated college. She's 27 now. But I would like for them to take a moment and think about what they have as far as rights and what they think is given to them and what they should have and should not be able to do. Take a moment and just reflect. Somebody fought and lost their lives for you to have the right to do the things that you do and to be able to celebrate with your family and eat hot dogs and hamburgers on Memorial Day. I mean, freedom is not free. And I think the younger generation loses touch with that. So that is something I would like to say, and I would like to say one more thing. In Vietnam, people did not hear anything good about the GIs and what they did over there. Nobody wrote on the news or wrote in the newspapers about how we would pack up 2.5-ton trucks with nurses, medics, supplies, and we would go over to an orphanage. In my case, it was Mito Orphanage. The nuns were running it. They would tell us what they needed to do. If we had to paint, if we had to repair something that the VC had blown up, we would do it. After we would finish our chores, we would take our hard candy in our pockets, which we would save out of packages, and we would give the candy to the kids, and we would walk around with them, holding their hand. These mostly were orphanage children that were orphans for the simple reason that their parents or loved ones had somehow assisted or helped the Americans in some way. But that wasn't newsworthy, and I think that should be told.